Alright, welcome to Just Magic the Gathering. I was gonna give the midweek a try, or see what, I guess, the limited sealed, or the sealed yields. Some of these cards I'm definitely not gonna recognize. And so there's only 2 of them that are new. As an additional cost to cast the spell, Blight X. X can't be greater than the greatest toughness among creatures you control. Soul Immolation deals X damage to each opponent and each creature they control. Wow, that's pretty big. So if you have like a 5/5, you can blight a 5 and do 5 damage to all your enemy's creatures and directly to them. 4/5? 5's kind of expensive. Dawnhand Dissident. Tapped Blight 1 and Surveil 1. Tapped Blight 2 and exile target card from a graveyard. During your turn, you may cast that spell from among cards exiled with this creature by removing 3 counters from a creature you control in addition to paying their other costs. Brigadier's Command. Create a token that's a copy of another Kithkin you control. Target a player. So, I mean, these are all my rares and mythics. Exile any number of creatures at the beginning of your next deck step. Return those creatures to the battlefield tapped under their owner's control. Until your next turn, prevent all damage that would be dealt to you. Convoke. Choose a creature type. Return all creatures from the chosen type. Wow. From your graveyard to the battlefield. It's a little expensive. In a way, it more, I think, depends on what my basics and stuff are. Because I don't really have a lot of whites. I mean, those are my only white cards. So there's no way I can field a white deck. Looks like I'm pretty decent in blue and black. The Gathering Stone. Creatures of the chosen type are 1 less to cast. I kind of like that. If I can build a theme deck. It'd be nice. Green, white. Tap an untapped creature you control. So this is like a flex land almost. So for 3, you can get 1 mana of any color, which isn't bad, and it's a changeling. Red, black. I still haven't necessarily committed to a creature type. I was wondering, like, it doesn't really look like I can do goblins, or maybe I could do goblins. Between goblins and shapeshifters. I don't think goblins were actually on my... They were. Good. So if I just said goblin... It's actually not as many goblins as I thought. What were my other options? Because I didn't necessarily have a lot of merfolk. Wish there was a better way to search that. I had more goblins. Another one would probably be the Kethkin, which I have the least of, and the colors I have the least of. So... between Goblin and the Merfolk. It gets me 28 of my 40. Which isn't that shy. I was wondering in a way about trying to keep to just red and black. Discard a card, and then this creature gets indestructible. Until end of turn and tap it. Elemental Bard. I would, I think, like to try and fill up a few. If I just throw in my sorceries and instants, what does it end up looking like? I could, on the note of like doing the shapeshifter, that does work. For being a goblin. In a way, I was also wondering, like, I probably should be looking to pull rare if I can. That really only leaves me too shy. 17. I'm probably a little heavy on my weight at 3.2. You're a changeling. You're an instant. What was... So yeah, it should be like 13, 13, 14. And I'm probably weighted a little... Wouldn't hurt to probably go to like 15. But... at 3.0, so I actually dropped it down a little. But I'm also getting near the end of, like, I just have to take all my cards, and I don't get to be picky at all. How did that put me over? I can probably slip it down to that, though. If I do 15, 13, 13. And it'll end up being 14, but double strike, and other giants have double strike. It's really expensive. Spend this mana to only cast other elemental spells. Alright. I guess maybe happy with that. At a certain point, I'll think it is what it is. Let's see how it holds up. Since it's dual, hopefully I get a decent pull. It looks good. Oh. I need 1 mana to get into much. Target opponent reveals their hand. I can make them discard it. The Flame Chain Marauder. some ways I'm more tempted to try and make him discard. Let's see what he actually has. This creature can't block, destroys target. When this creature dies, destroy target creature and opponent controls. Power 2 or less. The Shimmer Sheep. It's playing black-red as well. There's not much I can do. So depending on what he's up to, he now has 4 mana. And he has 2 of the ones that allow it to die and come back. So it's not like I didn't know he didn't already have it. Death Touch and Lifelink. Goblins, which I don't really have any of in my hand. And in fact, I know he can actually protect it and burn one of his last cards. The Shimmer Creep. That could definitely go. And I somehow got another one. Exile. Some ways I don't have a lot. As an additional Beholden Elemental, which I don't have. You may reveal a card and put it into your hand. If you don't, sure, I'll reveal it. If you don't, it blights 2. And this creature dies, put a -1/-1 on up to 1 other counter. I'll pay the additional 2. At the beginning of your upkeep, look at the top card of your library of the cards of the chosen type. So I get basically get an extra draw for my... Nice. We're playing almost mirror decks, and he is going to win this. And I should have blocked the 3. don't actually have enough mana down to do the bloodline. So another goblin, which is nice. Or I'm actually kind of happy with how the goblin deck is built out for each other goblin you control. You may blight one if you do create 2 black goblin creatures. I should have maybe made him indestructible. For each goblin you control. Happy with that. So I just realized there's probably a little bit of dead air and I'm not doing that great of a job with put it in my graveyard. Wait, I maybe did want that. So I can behold that and exile it. No, cancel. Next. I am, I guess, a little surprised at that, or I'm wondering what he has up his sleeve. Because at this point I'm actually thinking it is my game. A 6/5. Exile the top card of your library. Until next turn you can play it. He doesn't have enough mana to cover anything. So, my turn. Let's see what I get. In a way, I'm hoping target creature you control deals damage to its target creature an opponent controls. Don't really mind that. I have enough to convoke and bring all my goblins back out, which isn't a lot. You deal your damage to him. And that is game. So, I, at a certain point, didn't think I was going to win that. But what I was, in a way, also happy for is not finishing my daily, but I got one of my wins for the day. I got my first win for the day. And I do need to, wait, average 2 if I'm going to make it through my weekly. So, happy for the win. Look forward to doing some Magic in the future.